Yes, yes, yes. You saw it from the thumbnail you clicked on. Yes, yes, yes. This is not no bullshit. This isn't no something. It's true. Serena is back, confirmed, as well as yes, I'm talking Pokemon Journeys. I believe this is like my first Pokemon Journeys video I've done since like I think 2000, I think 2020 or 2021. I don't remember. I think 2019. I don't remember. It's been a while since I talked Pokemon Journeys. Um and yeah. So I was literally going on YouTube and all of a sudden I see one of the PokeTubers who covers the animes say Serena's back, and I'm like, wait, she's back, and she got a new design and everything, and I'm like, okay, I need to watch this episode. I watched this episode this morning, and man, was I happy. The one now I knew Pokemon Journeys was the series that it was gonna bring back some of Ash's old companions, and man, the one companion I was hoping would make an appearance would be Serena, and I'm so glad it happened. I'm not going to dwell too much on this episode review. Essentially, this episode review is about Chloe understanding what she wants to do and stuff like that, because that's kind of her new angle plot line in this series. And she's had her interactions with Dawn, and then now her interaction with Serena. She also had an interaction with I think her name is Licia, the one contest chick from the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire games, which I think we find out she's Wallace's niece, or yeah, Wallace's niece, which is actually something that we didn't even know. I think didn't even know to begin with. And it's a whole thing of that. And you know, I did like Serena's presence in this episode. Clearly, the one thing that I took away from this episode in terms of Serena was she's a lot more mature, and she's definitely has grown. She did a big grow up, not in terms of I guess the way she's older, but just in the way of, you know, how her character is now. Also, it was crazy to see that now her Braixen has evolved into Delphox now. So it's like, wow, isn't it? I think she's like now it's official. She's the third Ash traveling companion that fully evolved her starting Pokemon. May with Torchic that evolved into Blaziken at the end of the Advanced series. Earlier, when Iris got reintroduced, we found out that Axew fully evolved into Haxorus, and now Serena doesn't have a Braixen no more. She has a Delphox. While Pancham is still Pancham because, of course, she has no Dark type. She has no Dark type on her team, and Sylveon is still Sylveon, of course. But it's great to see that. But the one, like I said, going back, the thing is, I love the mature presence Serena gave in this episode. It was really freaking good and just guiding Chloe along, and essentially, in a way, doing what Ash in X and Y did for Serena when she was first introduced. Like, she even explains to Chloe, like, hey, you know, I was in your boat, on when I first went on my journey and everything. I didn't know what to do, but I think she actually quotes a line Ash told her from that series, from the X and Y series, and she tells that to Chloe, or Koharu, whatever you want to say it. And it was so freaking cool, and it goes to show you that Serena has matured a lot since the X and Y series at the end. Her whole character arc was a pretty solid character arc in the series. And now it's like she is just really freaking good. I did like the ending when, you know, Licia tried to have Serena join and make themselves a little idol club or something like that. And then, you know, she's like, I don't know about that though. But Chloe's like, well, she repeated what, you know, Serena told her, and he's like, and that was a nice moment and everything. You know, the whole thing. They also talk about the whole Eevee thing. My prediction on the Eevee thing is Gen 9's coming this year. I feel like what's going to happen with Chloe's Eevee is the fact that we're going to get a Gen 9 new Eevee evolution, and that's what's going to be Chloe's That's going to be Chloe's new evolution, or that's what her Eevee's going to evolve into, unless it's just going to stay as a Eevee. But we'll see where that plot line goes. They did have the whole thing of attention building. Is Ash and Serena gonna see each other? Because that was the whole thing. Is Ash and Serena gonna see each other? Because it's like, now that Serena's back, she's gotta meet Ash. And they had a whole tension moment where Wallace interjects and stuff like that, and they have a battle. They off-screen the battle, but Ash beats him, and stuff like that, which goes to show me now, mind you, I haven't watched all the episodes of Pokemon Journeys. Like I religiously watched the English dub for Pokemon Journeys, and I forgot what the dub's at currently. I'm still waiting for the next part to come out. But Ash is literally at a champion's level now, but I did know he went up against Elite Four members and stuff like that. So, this whole Wallace thing, it was obviously cool to see, but it was kind of also, you could say, maybe potentially the worst part, because it was just holding Ash and Go back from getting to the contest. I think if they would have just completely cut that out and have Ash and Go to the contest, Ash could have been like, wait, Serena? And Go could be like, wait, you know her? He's like, yeah, I traveled with her. I didn't know she was here. But you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I did like Lacey's presence in the episode. It's like her, you know, presence, like she was in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire games. I didn't mind her, so I do wonder if we're gonna see more of her, and stuff like that. So yeah, but then obviously let's talk about the reunion between Ash and Serena. So before Chloe gets on the ferry to go, and before the ferry leaves, Go and Ash actually catch up. They're like, hey, Chloe, wait for us and everything. You know, Go runs up, and then Ash runs up, and then Serena's like, wait, Ash? And he turns around, he's like, wait, Serena? And this even though, and some people may critique this and stuff like that and say, oh, the reunion was too short, it was so anticlimactic. Yes, it was a short reunion, and you could say it is anticlimactic, but it was a bittersweet reunion. It was nice, just to see, because it was the two characters in the span of about maybe 10 seconds connecting and just catching up with each other after their journeys and stuff like that. You know, Ash goes on to tell her, you know, like, hey, how have you been? And, you know, she's like, oh, I've been good. How about you? And he's like, oh, I've been fine. You know, and then the ferry ends up going and stuff like that. And as the ferry's floating away, you know, Ash is telling Serena as he's going away, he's like, you know, I'm participating in the Champions League right now, and I'm aspiring, and I'm, you know, gonna win it all to be the greatest trainer ever and stuff like that. My goal, which is his goal, to be the greatest trainer ever, or the greatest Pokemon master, whatever how you say it. And obviously Serena replies like, yeah, I'm doing contests now, and I want to be the best performer ever. And I love that whole moment, how they vividly express their dreams continuing on and what they're doing to each other. And it's a nice moment between the two. They don't reference the kiss, mostly because they didn't have that time to reconnect, like unlike a full episode. So I can see why the directors and the directors of the series did that, because they probably didn't want to dwell on that too much, and stuff like that. But I definitely did like this moment. Ash does say, like, I'll see you again. You know, I'll see you later soon, someday soon, or see you again later soon, or something like that. And obviously she stays there literally till the boat's literally out of the vicinity. Now I watched somebody else's review. They said, you know, the green lights, when it started to get darker near Serena at the port, was green. And they said, somebody said in that YouTuber's comment section, saying like the green light could be like symbolic to the Great Gatsby, or the fact that of the whole unwavering love that Serena has for Ash, which that's honestly a pretty cute, you know, type of thing, and honestly a reference that makes sense. So yeah, and that's where the episode ended off. Do I think Serena is going to come back in Pokemon Journeys? I do think she'll make another appearance in this series. Will we get another full-length episode just with Serena, centered around Serena, with Ash and Go and May and Chloe, with a bunch like they did with a few episodes with the Dawn stuff, like the one Dawn episode centered around Darkrai and everything? I think they could do that. We'll have to see if it happens, but I will say I think where this is also could be leading, which if that episode does come, that's when you can get the proper Ash and Serena reuniting and maybe traveling with each other for that said episode again. And who knows, maybe they will bring up what happened at the end of X and Y. But honestly, if they ever do, I definitely could see where Ash plays this whole dumb character. It's like, wait, oh, I don't remember. Serena could be like, you do remember what happened the last time we met? And he'd be like, wait, what? Like what? But that's how they play his character off. But I think that's the whole thing there. Also, the question could be is if they do meet again, if her character is kind of very super close, I wonder if they're gonna do it where Go and Chloe pick it up and they just say like, hey, they're kind of close to each other. And maybe Chloe asks Serena at some point if she ever does come back, like, why are you like very close to him? And maybe that's when Serena kind of will maybe admit that, oh, I have feelings for Ash. You know, he's my everything. He's the guy responsible for everything that helped me get to where I'm at today. So I owe him everything. I definitely feel like we could get a girl moment between the two where she ends up telling Chloe that she likes Ash, but we'll see if that happens. But I definitely will say this. I definitely do believe now this. I definitely do think now further because Ash said like I'm gonna be participating in the Champions League and stuff like that. I definitely do think now. Okay, this definitely leaves the door open for her to return at the end of the series when Ash fights Leon. A big point that a lot of people are saying is what they're going to do. What they think is going to happen is when Ash is fighting Leon, all his companions from all his travels for the past, 7 generations, they're all going to be there watching him in his match against Leon. And I honestly think that's going to happen. I think every companion from Misty to Lily are going to be there, which is going to be a great moment and stuff like that, because that's when all his companions are going to meet and they're going to be like, wait, you know Ash too? Oh yeah, I traveled with him in this region and stuff like that. Like, just imagine Misty meeting Serena, May meeting Serena, Dawn meeting Serena, Iris meeting the bunch, stuff like that. It's gonna be great. Serena reuniting with Bonnie and Clement. It's gonna be great. But but now we can finally check off Serena reuniting with Ash in terms of this series, in terms of companions that reunited with Ash in the series. The only characters that haven't done that in Pokemon Journeys is Misty. But Misty's made her appearance in Sun and Moon, but who knows? She can come back in Pokemon Journeys. Silent hasn't made his reappearance. Tracy hasn't made a reappearance. May and Max haven't made their reappearances. And then Lily and Gladion, they haven't seen Ash in person yet in the series, but I feel like we're gonna get that arc finished at some point because they're whole Monarch. But this was a great episode. I enjoyed the return of Serena, even though we didn't get a full-length episode of Ash and Serena re-meeting. I definitely do think it's gonna happen in the past. Now I don't know about the promotional material, but good job on the Pokemon company and the directors for hiding this. Because I guarantee you, if I had watched this, I would have been like, no way! But I still freaked out, even though I knew she was coming. But it was a dope episode. I enjoyed it. And yeah, Pokemon Journeys is looking hype. I probably won't talk about Pokemon Journeys for a while. Maybe the next episode I talk about is whatever the Greninja episode happens, or the Greninja episode happens, or the Paul episode happens. Definitely want to talk about those two episodes, but definitely looking forward to those two episodes in the near future. But anyways, I'm gonna go over, guys. If you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on the return of Serena. Do you think we're gonna see another appearance by Serena in the Pokemon Journey series, or do you think this is just a one-off that they said, here you go, and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, she does have a new design, a new look. I like it. It's kind of like a mixture of her redesign she got near the tail end of the series of X and Y and Z, and a little bit of her starting out, or her game design and everything. I thought it looked cute. She also has earrings and everything, so pretty cool. She definitely did get the glow up, and it also did look like her hair did grow since we last saw her. So seems like she's growing her hair out, but it was pleasant to see Serena again. Again, hit that subscribe button. You want to get more Pokemon Journeys content, and stuff like that. Yeah. But anyways, guys, I'm the Guyver. Hopefully, guys have a great rest of your day or night, which end this video. Until then, guys, stay safe. Peace.